Deep diaphragmatic breathing. Before performing the following exercises, I recommend you connect to your breath. It is a great way to transition from whatever you were doing to focusing on your body sensations. You could start by noticing how your inhalation and exhalation moves through your nostrils. Then you can move your attention to your trunk. Notice how your breath moves through the front side of the trunk, then the back side, right side, and the left side of your trunk. If focusing on your trunk is too much, feel free to go back to noticing how your breath moves in and out through your nose. Before bringing your left knee up, make sure your hips are neutral, meaning your hips are squared and the length between your left and right ribs and hips are as even in length as possible, creating a box. If you have any form of scoliosis, this may not be possible. Adjust accordingly. Remember, your breath will help you figure out what is your comfortable range and position. Take a nice long exhale as you lift your left knee towards your armpit without lifting your hips or bum off the floor. If you feel a pinch in your hip, the space between the front of the thigh and groin area, you can try adjusting your knee to point more to the outside or the inside of your trunk. There are other ways to approach hip kinks, but due to timing of this video, I will not go there. Remember, your breath will help you know what is comfortable here. If you feel any numbness or pain in your body while performing these exercises, back off in your range of motion, angle, or feel free to skip the exercise in its entirety. Repeat on your right side. Feel free to repeat this exercise 2 to 4 times. Triangle knee and hip, also known as three-corner. Inhale for preparation. Exhale as you lift your left knee over your right thigh so that you can create a triangle between your left hip, right hip, and knees. Hold this position for 3 to 6 breaths. Repeat on your right side. Feel free to perform this exercise 2 to 4 more times. Four corner. Make sure your hips and spine are neutral on the floor. Hips are squared as possible. Inhale for preparation. Exhale as you begin to lift your left knee and place the outside of your left calf onto the right front thigh. Your left hip, left knee, and where your left calf hits the right thigh will create four corners. Hold this position for 3 to 6 breaths. Repeat on your right side. Feel free to repeat this exercise 2 more times. Hamstrings. Make sure your hips and spine are as neutral as possible. Inhale for preparation. Grab your yoga strap, and you can use a towel or belt too, and place it under your left heel as you exhale and lift your left leg. Make sure you feel a gentle stretch in the belly of your left hamstring, not in your back. You can adjust the angle of your hip and knees to fill this area. For flexible folks, be sure not to hyperextend your knee. For folks who have a hard time with hip flexion, like me, you may want to bend your knee to keep your spine and hips neutral at first. Another option is to keep your knees straight at a lower position. These modifications do different things. The gentle stretch should feel like it is coming from the back of your thighs, not the back of your trunk or around your spine. If you don't have some sort of belt to use, feel free to use your hands behind your hamstrings or calves. Make sure your hips are neutral, meaning the lengths between your left and right ribs to your hips are even. The tendency is for the hip to hike on the side being released. Hold this posture for 3 to 6 breaths. Repeat on your right side. Feel free to repeat this exercise 2 more times. Lastly, the most important part of these exercises is that they feel comfortable to you when doing them. Please remember to practice a relaxed breath and to maintain a neutral spine with each exercise, all of which will help your nervous system and the rest of your body to prepare itself for more complicated exercises that require more strength and power. If you have any questions, I'm here to help. You can contact me at angeles@angelesrios.com.